We will have a look at positions where there are two connected passed pawns, and of course two kings, a white bishop that supports the pawns, and a black bishop that stops the pawns from moving forward. This is the Endgame series, a series in which I explain all the endgames in increasing difficulty. Also, according to YouTube statistics, only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. Enjoy the video. In this particular position, white can't play the move e5 because we take the pawn with the bishop. The white pawn recaptures and we recapture with the king. And white hasn't enough material to mate the black king. Neither can white play the move d5. With black in this position we would play a move like bishop to e5. And as long as we control this diagonal with black, white will never be able to push his pawns, because we control all the dark squares in the position. If the white bishop was on a dark square, he would be able to check the king and try to push his pawns forward. But also, it's impossible for white to reinforce this move with a maneuver like king to e3 and king to f4. Because if black would do something like this, we can just take the d4 pawn. We can say that the move d5 is impossible because black gets too much dark square control. The move e5 is impossible because we take that pawn. And the move e5 can never be reinforced because black would take the pawn on d4. This is an exercise for you. It's black to move and draw the game. If you want, you can pause the video right now. What is white's plan at the moment? Is it to push this or this pawn? We would, with our white square bishop, get too much white square control. Instead, he wants to play the move e6, because then his dark square bishop has more control on these dark squares. So we want to stop this move e6. There is two ways of doing this, bishop to b3 and bishop to d7. The correct answer in this position is bishop to d7, because we're not only controlling the square on e6, but also attacking the pawn on f5. Because if white wants to reinforce this move e6 with the move king to d5, this is actually impossible in this position because we take the pawn on f5. Let's have a look at this position from the white's perspective. We saw that the correct move in this position was the move bishop to d7. Let's say we change the position slightly to this one. All the pieces are pushed one rank further. And this position is completely winning for white. Why? Let's have a look. Black plays the move bishop to d8. He's controlling this very important e7 square, as well as attacking this f6 pawn. And white activates his bishop with the move bishop to g6. With black we have only one move, which is king to f8. And now this is pretty easy for white. He can just put black in zugzwang with the move king to f5. All the squares around the king are taken except for the one on g8. But if he plays the move king to g8, we play the move e7. And after something like bishop takes, pawn takes, and king to g7, we can promote and mate the king afterwards. Or if black decides to move his bishop back, let's say bishop to a5, we play the move e7 check, and after king to g8, e8 queen is mate. So what exactly is the difference between this position and this one? Well, in this position, the black bishop has a waiting move. He can shuffle around on the squares c8 and d7. So nor the black king, neither the black bishop loses control over this very important e6 square. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!